Hey everybody, welcome back to turn 17 of Rebels in the White House. The long-awaited turn 17, the already posted turn 17. I had no audio, so I had to delete it. I couldn't just do a voiceover. It didn't work out. So let me just discuss what's been going on here. The last turn 16, I had to do 3 videos because the system just chopped me off at it was about 5 minutes to go, and so I had to do that. Then I discovered an error where I just Breckenridge just blew through a friggin' fort north of DC, so I had to make a little video for that. So then I had 3 videos for turn 16, which is all good. It's all good because the game's getting good here. So what happens, then my CPU decides that's when it wants to die. And then the subsequent video that I did yesterday, by the way, there was a lot of good stuff going on in that turn. But lo and behold, I uploaded the whole deal and I go to listen to it and it's like, oh, John, your new PC, you didn't configure something correct, and guess what? There's no sound with it, and that was a big ball of suck. So I tried to do a voiceover, which I did, but I couldn't get it to work. So I deleted the video, and I'm just making another one, and hopefully this one's producing sound. I will check it and see if we have it going on. So what's the situation right here is Breckenridge has taken over Washington. He has not blown up the White House as of yet. And the Rebs have how many victory points? Right now, as we're speaking, my wife keeps sending me messages. As we're speaking right now, 107 points. Actually, it should be 117. I'm going to move this 10 spot up. And why do I say? Well, the reason why that for these 2 destroyed forts here and here under Gordon, they got 5 points each for those. So as I'm talking to you right now, the Rebs have 117 points. Okay, let's get about the business of making this happen. I'm redoing a video I've already posted that didn't have any sound, so let's get this right and get it posted. All right, 2 die for random events. Here we go, and it's a 10. Oh wow, what could that be? Usually it's heat, but let's see what we got with a 10. I don't know offhand. It might be something that's no effect. We'll see in a couple seconds here. A 10 is Confederate command paralysis. Oh, wow. You take a 1 from each infantry unit movement and 2 from each cav. All right, it's a 1 and a 2 for infantry and cav. That's the gist of it. Okay, solid. We can make that work. I just got to remember that every time I move the Rebs. All right, let's get this done. So, and now we move on to reinforcements. All the West Virginians are on, so we don't even have to talk about this. So basically, we go right to AOP. Now, here's the thing about AOP. We're getting. It's probably going to happen because we have a massive. What's the word? A modifier. Because the Rebs own Fairfax County, that's a plus 12 modifier. And I think they lose 7 because it's 22 divided by 3 is 7. So it's a negative 7 modifier and a plus 12. Let's see what the die roll is. And this is all pertains to getting a unit out of the AOP reinforcement. Here's the roll. Oh shit! They only get a 4. They only get a 4. Okay, so what you got to get? It's got to be 13. The 4 plus 12 is 16 minus 7. They don't get it because of a shitty roll of 4. Wow. Okay, that stinks. Let me take a hit of my drink. One hand, I think that may change the rebel strategy. On another hand, I don't even think it's going to going to change anything. All right, so it looks like Ricketts will not be coming online here. Wow, I was definitely thinking that was going to happen. All right, anyways, we have leader transfers. Do we have leader transfers? Where the right is on top of Getty, and I think he may leader transfer off to Russell. Let's put him on Russell. And I think that's going to do it for the Union as far as leader transfers. Yeah, that's going to do it for the Union. As far as the Rebs, does Early want a leader transfer? Negative. Negative. He does not. Does Breckenridge want a leader transfer? Negative. Let me look at the supply situation real quick. That looks legit. Jackson Johnson and Ramser, Jackson Johnson right there. There's Jackson, and the other one is the other one all the way. What is it? Godwin. Yeah, all the way to the other side. Okay, that's legit. Okay, so let's do this. So if we're done with that, let's go to net. Let's get this going. We're 6 minutes into it. Rebels are Union's the first of two numbers. So the Rebs win the first in net, and it's like, okay, Rebs, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna try to start some more crap in DC, or what? What's the story with you've got Breckenridge right there? Well, here the first move is going to be easy. We have to blow up the White House, increase fatigue, move these two out of the way. I guess I got to get a rail destruction thingy mabob. We'll just put that here. There's no EM on that. So the White House is destroyed. That's amazing just saying that. Wow. Okay. Give them 15 more points, victory points. They go from 117 to, what is it, 130? Wait a minute, 132. Yep, 132 is correct. 117 and 15 is 132 victory points. They need 160 to get the lowest level, but what you need to realize here is that the Rebs can have victory points taken away for various things before this game is over. A net die roll. 4-5 belongs to the Rebs again. So it's like, okay, Rebs, what are you going to do now? This is the whole by the way, there's 2 turns after this. Let me make sure I'm on the correct. I don't even have a turn thing up here. Hold on. Turn marker is going to be. It's going to be right here, and let's put CSA command paralysis on here as well. Okay, good. Get rid of that. And just everybody needs to know there's 2 turns after this. Okay, good. So now that we have that, what are the Rebels going to do? And then I'm going to announce the Union strategy soon when it's their turn to move. What is Breckenridge going to do? I mean, if he gets out in the Navy Yard and Arsenal, he's going to accrue a lot more points. Or God forbid, he blows up the Baltimore depot. What are you going to do? What are you going to do, Rebs? What are you going to do? The time's to declare what you're going to do. Still thinking. What they're going to do is they're going to activate Breckenridge. He's going to go to orange, increase fatigue, and he's actually going to move 1 die plus 2. Okay, so that's 4. So let's move him, and then we have an EM. That's 2 because he was on a zone of control. That's 2, 3, 4 right there. Okay, and so they pretty much tipped their hands, the Rebels, right now, because they aren't going further into Washington to do more destroying more things. So that is something else here. By the way, here's his EM. Oh, wait a minute. See, I moved him 4. Let's redo that because I forgot all about Confederate paralysis. He only gets to move 3. 2, 3 to right there because, yeah, Confederate paralysis, take 1 away. Now, here's his EM. It's a 6. He definitely flips. Manpower. Disorg. All right, a die roll, 2 die. 5-4 belongs to the Union. Okay, so let me take a sip of my drink and we're going to discuss Union strategy for the rest of the game. All right, so the Union has tipped their hands. I mean, the Rebs have tipped their hands. They did not go deeper into Washington, D.C. To get further points, and this is the reason why. They need to get the hell out of here, and that's also going to be the Union strategy. The Union is basically going to spend the rest of this game trying to deny the rebels the ability to get where they want to be. So that's what they're going to do. Of course, they want to prevent them from getting farther into Washington, but they're going to try to keep the Rebs from getting to where they need to be. So who are they going to activate? First thing they're going to do here is, what are they going to do? Duffy and his crew, fatigue. They still need to protect the capital, even though we know the Rebs are moving out. 2 die plus 1. That's going to be 9. All right, and here they go. They're simply going to go here. And one of the other guys is just going to go right there, Wynkoop. Duffy will stay right there. All right, a die roll, 2 die. 3-1 belongs to the Union. So here we're going to activate. Are we going to activate stall? Interesting. Yeah. Oh my God, that's a tough call. Now we're going to activate Wright and Russell. I'm going to bring them down. All right, 1 die plus 1. They get to go the big 7. That is huge. And what are they going to do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow. So those guys have just hosed the rebels. They can't get out. The only way they can get out is go through one of those forts across the Potomac River. And as we know, the attacking one of the forts below the Potomac is a big problem because the values are different. Attacking the north of Washington, that is to say north of the Potomac, the values are a lot lower. These guys trying to attack Fort Marcy or Fort Smith, good luck with that. And now Wright has just cock-blocked you from just like moving north of the city and getting the hell out of here. They have to get to Loudoun. I think there's 3 counties, but Loudoun is pretty much the one that we're talking about here, or they lose 30 points per division. So you're talking about the game here. Breckinridge and Gordon, what are they going to do? Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do. Because the values of Fort Marcy and Fort Smith, they're and attacking across the river. Damn. And a die roll. It belongs to the Rebs. What are they going to do? I don't even know. Because when you attack one of those forts, you can't use tactical and you can't use flank. So that's a problem. Maybe they should have thought of going south through. Well, still, there's forts across those bridges, no matter what you do, and Wright just sealed your escape route off. Okay, wife, stop sending me pictures. Breckinridge does not want to go to red. I think can Gordon win an attack on Russell? It's across water. I don't think he can. He's an 11. Well, Russell has no artillery. Well, he's in woods anyway. Artillery wouldn't mean a thing. I tell you what, this sounds crazy. The Rebs are not going to really move their cavalry, so they will have a good chance to forage. Ramsor is right there, so they're going to get 10 points of that. What can Early do? Attacking Fort Marcy seems crazy. Your Rebs are going to pass. The Rebs are going to pass is what they're going to do. All right. Okay, so the Union is just going to bring more assets down, and one of those assets are going to activate Getty. Yeah, why not? Fatigue, increase fatigue, and Getty just moves 1 hex. We don't even have to roll. A knit die roll, 2 die. Rebs win that. They pass to the Union. Okay. Okay, first New York, fatigue, increase, 2 die. It's going to be 9. Where are you going with that? I don't know where I'm going. With that. How about this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to right there. Knit die roll, 2 die. Rebs win that. Rebs pass to the Union. Okay, let's just bring in some more of these assets. 8 Illinois, gonna activate them. 2 die. 11. How about this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, knit die roll, 2 die. Union actually wins this outright, so they're gonna move back here and start to get some of these guys headed south, because they've got a lot of West Virginians over here. We're going to activate Sullivan. Fatigue. Increase. 1 die. He gets a 6. And he's going to back up and go straight down over the Potomac. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A knit die roll. 2 die. 5-2. Union wins that. No, we don't want that. What else are we going to do here? Crook and Duval. Let's get them going down here. We're at 19 minutes. Okay, 1 die. So it's 4 plus 1 is 5. All right, fair enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Poolsville. And a die roll, 2 die. Rebs win this. They pass to the Union. Sullivan's not going to do anything. Crook and Duval aren't going to do anything. Why? Because if they stop where they are right now, next turn, they're fresh. Okay, let's activate Siegel. Fatigue, increase, 1 die. He gets to go 1, no big deal. A knit die roll, 2 die. Union wins this. Siegel, fatigue, increase, movement, 1 die. He gets to go 1 again. All right, he'll stop right there, and a die roll, 2 die. Union wins this. What are they going to do now? Let's widen out so we can check all their assets. Okay. All right. There's Sullivan right there. We got the 2 Oh, Avril. We got guys up here. Oh, we're going to activate pool. Fatigue, 1, 2 die. He gets to go a whopping 12. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And it die roll, 2 die. 4-1 belongs to the Union. Okay, now Avril, Powell is with Avril, and all 3 of those guys are on green and green exhausted. Basically, it's the same story. If they don't do anything else, they'll be fresh next turn. All right, so with that in mind, we're going to leave them alone. PHP is going to stay right there. Sullivan, Crook, Duvall, they're all going to be fresh next turn. Let's take a look around DC again and see what we can do. And how about Duffy and Winecoop will stay right there. Let's move Stahl out. He may break. We may end up breaking him. Here's 2 die for him. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, of course, he rolled right by Breckenridge, and there was no Zoc problem there. Stahl needs to do an EM right now. He does flip. Manpower disorg. All right. Wow, look what they've done. So this is the strategy of the Federals, what they're going to do. It's like Hotel California. Check in anytime you want, but you may never leave. So they're going to try to prevent them from getting to where they need to go. And basically, so Breckenridge is going to have to link up with Gordon before they can do anything to get out of here. But when the next time he's able to move, there's that turn, and there's only going to be 2 turns left the next time we see Breckenridge be able to move. And it die roll. Let's keep going. So it's 6-5 belongs to the Union. I'm going to widen way the hell out so I can see if they have any other assets in the area that they want to move. Nothing. There's basically nothing else that they want to move at this point. Okay, so they're gonna try to make Breckenridge, and keep in mind those 2 divisions don't get where they need to be. That's 30 points each. Wow. So I think at this point, both sides are going to pass. The Rebs have decided that they want to give their cavalry a chance to forage, and that means not moving, not accruing fatigue to make their chances better. So at this point, both sides have tapped out. They both passed. And we're going to come to end of turn, so let's do some foraging. We got to advance all the supplies up 1. And funny how everything looked like the Rebs were going to win this last turn. The past 2 turns were great turns for the Rebs. It looked like they were going to win, but the narrative has changed, so to speak. So let's do some foraging here. All right, so Vaughn needs a 1, 2, or a 3 to hook up his supply. He does get it. Okay, Vaughn just hooked his supply up. He was in dire straits. Okay, good for him. Who's the next one? McCausland, 1, 2, or a 3. This is why they didn't move. He does get a 3, so he hooks up his supply. All right. Next is Johnson. 1, 2, or 3 for him. No. Imboden, 1, 2, or 3 for him. Yeah, Imboden gets hooked up. So 3 out of 4. That is good. And now we go down to Gordon. Gordon, let's see if you can hook up your supply up. 1, 2, or 3. He does. 4 out of 5 have been able to do it by not moving. Now, because he's an orange, Eccles is not eligible to try to forage. Jackson, he needs a 1 or a 2 because he's in Virginia. No. Early, same deal. Because he has 1 fatigue, he needs to get a 1. He does get a 1. So that was actually Rhodes, who's underneath him. That's pretty huge. So they really did good by not moving. They hooked their supply up. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the recover button. Let's hit the recovery button. And then I have to manually go fix things. All right, so let me move off to the north and west to start this. And I will move out a little bit. So not a lot of action here. All right. PHP is good. They didn't even move. We're going to make this guy go to F3. Entrench increases entrenchment. Max him out. No, he'll just go the one time. Okay, these guys, they did recover. Siegel did not recover. Decrease. He's recovered now. Crook is good. Remember, they held them up, so they would, same deal with Sullivan, so they would be fresh. And indeed they are. Funky fresh. All right, 8 Illinois did not recover. Decrease. He's recovered now. Getty's good. Russell's good. Lowell did not recover, but I'm going to manually do it. Everything decrease. Flip. Yeah, okay, he's totally good. Winecoop and Duffy and Tibbetts all good. Stahl, he's another one that doesn't recover. So he loses his 2 fatigue, decrease, but he keeps his exhaustion and disorganization. Okay, and the Rebs did indeed recover. The only one who really did not make his number, Eccles wasn't eligible to roll, but Johnson did not make it. I think every other, well, what about Jackson? Did he recover? No, he didn't. Did we even roll for him? Yeah, I think he just failed it. Yeah, I think he failed it. Johnson and Jackson are not recovered. So now the Rebel cavalry are fresh. And that's the situation right here with 2 turns to go. What a short, only 28 minutes for this turn. And right now the Rebs have 132 points. Oh, that's right. They're going to get 10 more. I got to do county control. I knew I was forgetting some. They get 10 points for having control of friggin' Fairfax County. Move them up. So now they're sitting at 142 points. You need like 160 to get the smallest amount of victory. But none of that's going to mean a damn thing if Breckenridge can't get out of there. If Breckenridge and Gordon can't get out, if they can't get home, and they are a long way from, I don't think they can do it. But I mean, give them credit. They blew up the friggin' White House, but I don't think they can get out of there. So what needs to happen is Breckenridge needs to link up with Gordon, and they may have to do an assault on Fort Marcy. And that may not, I mean, it'd only be 11. And with the shift for the Potomac River, or they may have to just strike out and go north. But if they do that, where's the very next crossing is up here by Sullivan. Well, actually, there's a ford right here, Coons Ford, but there's the line. There's a demarcation, the red line for Loudoun County. I don't friggin' know if they can do it. They got to think about it because they've got to get out of there. If they can beat Wright, he's an 11. And there's a little body of water right there. There is no artillery, which I guess is a good thing because they only have 3. Who knows what's going to happen? But anyways, here's the big thing. I'm going to have to find out if this friggin' thing, if I've got sound here. I think I fixed it, but we'll find out. Anyways, the last 2 turns will be coming to you. I might bust them out tonight just to get this done. But if not, we'll see you guys on turn, what is it, turn 18's next. All right, I'm John. I'm out. Bye-bye.